Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Metaverse exhibition of Instinc the Art Festival. We are Iven, Cheung, and Hilda from MUSTHAVEKEYS. We are a new Curator studio from Hong Kong. We are very honored to be invited by Instinc to join this exciting new digital art festival. Also, we are thrilled to be collaborating with Serial, who is responsible for designing and building this amazing virtual gallery space. So a little bit of background information about this Metaverse exhibition and the festival in general. In July this year, the festival has openly called for digital artworks in response to the theme Ignite the Future, which imagines an age when the Metaverse becomes inseparable from our lives. The reaction was very overwhelming. The shortlisted artworks are now from 14 countries and regions. They are on display in this virtual exhibition and also a physical showcase at Instinc Space in Singapore right now. So maybe we can share a little bit about the concepts behind the virtual cave environment. As you can see, this Metaverse exhibition is set in a virtual cave environment during the recent global pandemic. Many have taken refuge in our quote-unquote caves. We long for human connections more than ever and are connected by technologies during shutdowns and amid isolation. We expect our visitors to this exhibition to experience a journey we have collectively embraced and imagine the boundless possibilities of the Metaverse. And also part of our curatorial concept is that the cave is also a metaphor for our current perception of the Metaverse. Our understanding of virtual reality is constrained by our technological limitation and accessibility to technologies. We are at the beginning of an era when the physical and digital realities are interweaved and integrating into one. So shall we move a little bit closer to the galleries where the artworks are shown? You're following me, right? Okay. Let me face the camera. Here you are. Oh, Hilda, you need to stand next to me. Okay.
Yep.
So the exhibition is divided into 4 sections. First, we have 2 galleries here showcasing the shortlisted artworks. On my right, yes, on my right. Unknowable Dreams. No, wait, let me double check. Yes, I'm right. Unknowable Dreams, the artworks explore hidden desires and dreams unveiled by technologies. And on my left, we have this gallery with title Potential Realities, which imagine the infinite possibilities of a digital future. And at the back, we have 2 more sections. Eternal Presence, it symbolizes a digital existence that lasts forever, to be preserved and revisited by future generation. That gallery actually is showcasing the artworks by the top 3 finalists. And lastly, at the back, Meta Moments presented as a cave within a cave, in which 3 finalists, artists from the Open Goal, collaborated on a site-specific digital exhibition during residency at Instinc. So visitors are invited to take a pause there and meditate on their earlier journeys through the cave. Yeah. Oh, wait, there's the camera. Okay, so maybe I will start right here. This is the first artwork. What I'm going to do is I will try to go through all these 20 shortlisted artworks in these 2 galleries on the left and on the right. So am I blocking? I'm not blocking anyone, right? Okay, so this is So this is the first artwork of the potential reality section. It is called Ignite the Future, Ring in the Color. It is by a Singaporean artist. By the way, the artworks, all the submissions we received it. The festival has received a very diverse. They come from many different countries. So please forgive me if I mispronounce some of the artists' name because they're all very international. So this is Ignite the Future, Ring in the Color. That's the artwork's title, and the artist is Wara Wang. He has a background in architecture and interiors. His works mostly focus on 3D motion graphics with architectural elements. He came up with Make Architecture We Again, as he always sketched weird stuff that are totally impractical to construct, but maybe possible digitally. The abstract piece here is an interpretation of an explosion of knowledge and creativity, in which our ordinary lives will be rained on. That's why you see the motion graphics. Will be rained on by various new things that we have never imagined. According to the artist, one area of concern to ordinary people in the future is that a lot of jobs will be lost to automation and AI. However, the artist believes this will give birth to new opportunities and new futures. And that humans will be busier than ever and hopefully doing more creative things than ever before. So this work actually shows his optimism to the future and the future of AI. Who's clapping? Okay. So this is the first work, and let me move here, and I need to face the camera again, right? Okay. Great. Thanks. Let me do it too. Cool. So we have the second artwork here. It's called the Three Angles. I always thought it was called Three Angels. It's Three Angles. It's an Indonesian artist called Santrio Pratomo. He focuses on digital and oil paintings. He likes to draw joyful colors, images that have melancholic feeling. His works gravitate around what happened in daily life generally, a mix of messages and allegories, especially relating to mental health issues. He wants people to know that people who suffered from mental health issues are not alone, that we can transform the dark experience to other positive actions, such as art making. That's why he made this incredible digital artwork here. You can all hear me, right? Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if you have any questions, please save it towards the end. We'll have little Q&A sections, maybe at the back. So yes, we are also recording, so that would be convenient for everyone. Okay, so here, right. So the third artwork, wait, let me check. Did I skip one? Did I skip one? Yes, I skipped one. Sorry. So, oops. That's correct. The third artwork is by an artist from Thailand, Popripa Suriyakan. Yeah, she is currently an art teacher at the Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts in Bangkok, Thornbury University. Her works combine traditional and digital printing techniques. She thinks, because a lot of the artists in this exhibition are actually responding to our theme, Ignite the Future. Most of them are. This artist thinks the future world may be born again. She was inspired by characters that exist in both the past and the future. Elements like this are elements like this are like gateways to a fantasy world, and she wants viewers to imagine her work as a fun, radiant world of the future. Okay. Thanks for that. Okay, so yes, this is this is actually a like short animation work, right? The artist's name is Iling Chow. She is a traditional digital hybrid artist working in New York. Digital printmaking forms the foundation of her practice. She first composes painting on canvas or paper using acrylic, oil. Then she imports the paintings into image manipulation programs, I guess such as Photoshops, right? Apply filters and run actions. So the final digital artwork is then printed or uploaded to an AR app for display. That's her practice as a digital artist. So this work, as you can see, it has a little bit of animated effects. The rhythm you see that is chosen deliberately to mirror that of a heartbeat, and luminescence evokes people's inner light. So you can see there are two Chinese characters here for bravery, Yin Yong or Yin Yong. These Chinese characters serve as a reminder to be true to herself, despite how frightening that might be. And artworks, color palettes recall sunset, and to the artist during this time of the day, the horizon is ignited by sunlight. So also she's actually responding to our Ignite the Future film. Here, I like this work personally, it's very interesting. The work's title is simply Invasion. He's a Malaysian artist called Ratsin. Oh, no, I'm not facing the camera. Very important. The artist's name is Ratsin Kalong from Malaysia. He has experimented different artistic techniques, including printmaking, sculpture, drawing, and painting. So the artwork description for this one is very simple, but it is actually very thought-provoking to me. The description is simply, is it possible that octopuses are aliens? And you can look at the work again, and yeah. Okay, so last work of this Unknownable Dreams section, it's by Japan-based artist called Inara Datsilai. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce the artist's name. He's an electronic musician and 3D visual artist working across genres. He's a futurist focused on a new world parametric architecture. His distinctive artistic vision is inspired by architecture, and he likes to combine the 3D visuals with creative coding. So this work called Metaphysical One is to him is actually architectural utopia. The work was originally created during the 2021 NFT boom. So some of the artworks you see here are made specifically for this festival, and there are a few works they were created within a year or two. So yeah, we have diverse artworks. So let's, I didn't miss anything, right?
There's three more on your left.
Yes. The corner blocked my field, sorry. So this is Bodies of Light. This is by a London-based artist called Anya Palamashuk. She's a multidisciplinary artist. She likes to explore reflective, immersive storytelling. Her usual practice is to combine installation and imagery. She makes 2D images into immersive 3D images that tries to abstract the boundaries between the digital and physical space. Her works have been exhibited internationally. She received the Nagoya University Incentive Award in 2019 and was shortlisted for the New Emergence Art Prize just recently. So So the work was originally part of a film installation. Wax and fabrics used to create an immersive projection space. She wants to experiment with new materials to innovate ways of making projection screens that kind of reference the body. So this film creates an immersive, otherworldly exploration for audiences to connect and reflect about the body, nature, and identity. So this work we're showing here is actually a still image version of that installation. So let's do this. This is the second artwork of this section. This is called The Shape of a Dream by the Hong Kong artist called Iven. He's a visual artist, of course, and he began his career as a mechanical engineer, actually, and has been creating artwork since 2001. He explores abstract aesthetics and covers a range of mediums from photography, art print, sculptures, and digital art. This work, The Shape of a Dream, examines the visual characteristics of imagination. A dream navigates between fascination and curiosity. To him, senses can be ambiguous, but the allure is persistent. This work is actually a short animation. If you are interested in seeing the full version of the work, please feel free to click into the work and visit the link, and you can see the full animation version. Okay, so this is really the last work of this gallery. Okay. This is the title is Spanish. It should be called Hand de Mar. It means sailor in Spanish. The artist is Kevin Oramas. His work tries to connect with the dark reality that we carry inside us, to come face to face with our own demons. To him, those fears that we always avoid, those traumas that we never face. And he tries to consolidate and transform all these dark fears into his art. So this work in particular is inspired by the stories that he learned from his grandfather when he was young, and assumed his grandfather was a sailor, hence the artwork title. Again, this work is actually a animation and with music. So if you're interested in seeing the full version of the work, please also click into this work, and you will see the link to the full version. Oops, did I just run?
Yeah. Can I just add one comment?
Oh, sure.
Oh, this is also the People's Choice.
Oh, yes. Yes, this work by Kevin Oramas is actually won the People's Choice Award of the Instinc the Art Festival, which means most public audience likes this work the most. It's beautiful work. Please have a look and take a look at the full version. So, okay, you're following me, right? Okay, cool. So this is actually the second section of this top 20 shortlisted artworks. We call this section Potential Realities, and from the works you will see why we give it this title. So let's start it here. Okay. Yep. So this is this work is called Conversation in Red, Metaverse. The artist is from Cyprus. Her name is Lina Sumarik. She has a background in fine art, painting, and mechanical engineering. Her work always questioned the very nature of daily global and biopolitical narratives. She uses a visual vocabulary that pieces together different social and philosophical issues, questioning how we embody socially constructed stereotypes. This work is from her Multiverse series. This work aims to capture the constant state of becoming in a way that divides stable interpretations and comparisons, but creates a space for viewers to develop their perspectives. The work celebrates the complex and fruitful dynamics of multiverses, not just one multiverse, but multiverses as a continuation of ideas that resonate across time. So, yeah, so it looks like collage of many different elements from different universe, hence the multiversal idea. Ooh. We're getting more visitors. Very, very good. So yes, this is the second work called Innovative. It is by the Croatian artist called Igor Eki. Igor finds inspiration from material, spiritual, and digital worlds. Igor actually started as a graffiti artist. He discovered other art techniques and styles along the way. According to the artist, his artistic process, it's some sort of alchemy. He tries to experiment and combine different styles and techniques along the way. So this is the second artwork in Igor's Design the Future series, imagining and endless possibilities of building new, exciting, and much needed features in our world. And maybe some features that we didn't know were needed in our present or past work. Ooh. Oops. Anyway. Okay, so this is probably some of you may recognize this work. This is by a Japanese artist called Julie Watai. This work's title is Alice in Cyberland. Julie is a Japanese art creator. She's also known as the creator of the Samurai Girl. Samurai Girl triggered a worldwide attention to Japanese pop art a few years ago. So Julie incorporates, her practice is she incorporates Tokyo street culture into her art. And this world is, is a very literal interpretation of a life bounded by technologies. As you can see, the lady here is tied up by a lot of cables and, technologies. Oh, okay, so the next one is also my and Hilda's one of our favorite. This is called Annette's Creation. Annette's Creation. It is by an artist from the Philippines. His name is Jacob Caesar, aka Jake Studios. He's a practicing visual artist who explores the digital and traditional arts through silk screens and printmaking. This work, it has some animated effects, but yes. So you're now seeing the full version. The works is a portrait of a godlike image wearing a VR headset, endlessly creating and curating what will not happen in this world. The artists think crafting a world can't be done in just 7 days. The divine being still on works with us and through us humans. The divine being, according to the artist, it's endlessly creating and collaborating with us. Just now, he's also adapting to the metaverse and using digital technologies. So it's a very humorous approach. Oops. very quiet. I can only hear the fire cracking sound. Okay, so this is Infinite Falling by a Berlin-based artist collective, WMD Collective. They are a group of digital artists from Berlin. They create works in the fields of digital moving image, new media installation. They use AI and do works in true reality. Their works have been actually exhibited in many important international art institutions and exhibitions such as Ars Electronica and also Times Art Museum in China. WMD Collective in this work reflects on the concept of Metaverse with this digital animation falling like infinitely into the Metaverse and the virtual worlds. So the feeling to the artist, the feeling of falling can be seen as a kind of first possible action or reaction after entering the Metaverse, in which we are able to fall into infinite worlds, grassland, deserts, seas, what have you. So technology gives us endless possibilities, and this falling kind of have its philosophical or metaphorical meanings. And at the same time, you can also see this falling as a mysterious process of crossing our infinite cyberspace. And so it has also some multiversal meaning behind it. Yeah, double checking. So yes, this is by this artist Zhu Shou also has some Hong Kong heritage. This work is called "I Just Want to Be Loved." The artist was actually born and raised in America, but I think his family is from Hong Kong originally. He's a digital artist and graphic designer who specializes in 3D and album cover art. His works are a collage of thought-provoking introspections and sci-fi concepts, which are heavily inspired by things topics such as cyberpunk, anime, cinema, and streetwears. So in this work, the artist dreams of finding a lifelong partner to be understood, to be connected with. And this piece is like, to him, is like an accumulation of all the rejections, disappointments, and lack of connection that he experienced through his life. And through this digital work, he hopes the growth of technologies will not distract us from having genuine relationships. So he's trying to make something good out of the disappointments have. It's really quiet. Okay. Okay, this work is by an artist from Taiwan. He's actually a visual artist. His name is Cheng, but he's also known as IOYOI. This work's title is Nature Metaverse 3D. Cheng is currently focusing on the combination of voxel and painting, adding virtual world elements to digital arts to create more possibility. In this particular work, it tries to express the abstract texture of oil painting of animals and plants, this kind of natural elements. He uses three-dimensional expression of the metaverse, that are capable within the metaverse, and due to digital technologies, 3D technology, he tried to immortalize the nature in our virtual world. Okay. Ooh. Well, you guys have such cool outfits. Mine is pretty lame.
Thank you.
Okay. So this one is also okay. We have two or three Hong Kong artists presentation here. This work, I'm not going to say the name, the artwork title is too long. If you're interested, you're going to find out yourself. So this work is by a very young Hong Kong artist called Cheung. She is an emerging new media artist from Hong Kong. And she works in an image-based medium such as 3D modeling and videos. She's interested in exploring the relationship between digital technology and images, and she's fascinated by using 3D scanning, and she likes to build some real fake, according to her, real fake 3D models. So this work, again, the title is too long, is actually the artwork title is actually the distance between Hong Kong and Vancouver, Canada, where her boyfriend is staying right now, I think. So this work intends to express how she imagines the metaverse and NFT can connect her and her other half in such a long distance and with a very, very large time difference. So the Metaverse allows them to see each other with the use of VR headsets, and the NFT galleries can also share, they can also use the NFT galleries to share the valuable memory, etc. So yeah, again, if you want to know the artwork title, please click the word. Just like the distance between Hong Kong and okay. So this is the last work. The artist's name is Lazarus Chan. He's a very he's an up-and-coming new media artist in Hong Kong. He likes to explore human experiences, including really grand topic, life and death, consciousness and time. He specializes in many different mediums such as soundscapes, electronics, data visualization, and generative art. The artist thinks language is a fundamental component of our civilization, and when our society evolves, language will transform gradually. In the digital age, we translated our language into different formats of information standards, and due to these continuous changes, our technologies alienated us from our language. So this work was originally an interactive installation. So let me share a little bit about what the original setup was. So the installation composes a visual of distorted symbols with sound input. The audience could speak to the device, generating symbols, the projection. And after that, those symbols are contained in the projections, combining into signs which wait for the audience's interpretations, giving them meaning as language. So right now, what you are seeing in this gallery is a digital artwork version of that installation, but it is still, it looks very nice in this gallery. You can see the very delicate movements of the characters here. So yes, thank you very much for listening. I think we can, I think Hilda can lead us to the next section of our Metaverse exhibition.
Thank you, Ivan. So this is Hilda from MUSTHAVEKEYS. So I will bring you to the next section of the exhibition called Eternal Presence, and thank you for staying through. So we start walking to the next section. Thank you. So please follow me. Yeah, for those of you who just joined us our tour, so the cave has a double meaning. So it's a metaphor inspired by Plato's cave. So it's an analogy about humans' perception and knowledge of the reality. And also in our exhibition context, it is to mark the beginning of the metaverse. So we are still at a very current stage of the metaverse, where it will eventually become part of our everyday life. So this gallery is Eternal Presence first. Sorry, press the wrong button. So, okay. So this gallery shows the works of the 3 finalists of the open call. So we have artwork by Winling Tang. Winling is from Singapore, so I'm just walking through Winling's work. So this is Winling's artwork. And then we have Show. So the work in black and white lines. Show from South Korea. Her full name is Ho Jun Show. And then we also show works of Chen Wang Kin. Wang Kin is also from Singapore. So we have this work by Winling Tang. So Winling, she has a practice painting. She has been working in painting for the past 15 years, and she has been showing her works in both traditional galleries and works digitally as well. So she does installation paintings, videos, sculptural objects in physical exhibition, and most recently generative artworks and NFT art as well. So I'm just going to briefly describe the background of the artist here, and then when we move to the next section, I will go through their practice in depth. So please follow me to Joe's artwork. So
Indeed,
yep. Good. Basic. So Cheung is from South Korea, and she is now a full-time faculty at the Samsung Art and Design Institute. And her works has been shown in different countries, and she has been collaborating with brands such as Nike and Shiseido and Vogue. And then we have and Wang Kin's work here. So Wang Kin is from Singapore. He has a background in mechanical engineering. He studied his undergrad and master's degree at the Purdue University, Indiana of USA. So he went to a specialized school in Singapore before going into engineering, and then now he is going back to arts again. So his work is a hybrid between art and science, and inspire people to see and connect. So
are you in there?
now I'm moving.
I see you.
Our collaboration. Please follow me. Oh, you.
I'm currently on a cliff. What am I doing on a cliff? Oh. No, I'm some girl. You're also a Cheung.
Refers to a pause, a break, and a small window of time that helps us to step back to see the situation in real life. So here we are referring to the pandemic that we just recently got out, and also we wanted to create this very comfortable meditative space for visitors to enjoy. And right now we came from the deep into the cave, and gradually we are moving into this room where you can see this beautiful sunlight. And yeah, so we are now displaying by the 3 finalists who took part at the residencies at Instinc during this festival. So each artist, they make 5 new works during the residencies, and the artworks, they are inspired by the theme, the structure of the cave, as well as a collaboration between Serial, who built this space, and also to respond to the theme, and each artist work on the past, future, and present of of related to the metaverse. So why don't I just start with Soul's artwork, Soul from Korea. So Soul's recent art practice involves coding and rearranging digital imagery through computational animation in notebooks. It is a practice she started during the pandemic in order to ease her anxiety. So the data you see are drawn from reality, such as landscape and natural phenomena. And this particular sets of work she made during the residency is called recurrent patterns. The series of 5 works is a natural portrait of Singapore using 5 sets of weather data over the past 5 years. Originally, she was only going to use data over the past 2 years, and because Singapore is located at the equator, so a set of data with 5 years provided a much diverse range of data for her to use. The data has been used are such as wind speed, temperature, and wind direction. Self-faced work. So you see on the top that there are 2 white works. So the one on the left is called temperature data. So you see the temperature data produce lines that forms from circle, and then the movement of the circle is an imitation of the moving wind.
Right, I guess.
And
Not
also,
really on. Or are they gonna build like something where people can check out things?
and then she also uses temperature data, and the lines of each circle are affected by the wind speed, and then it changes the thickness. And some of the lines are being rotated by current noises.
Okay, so the plant grows. If okay, so they change the meta data
So
per se.
moving to the
And the cliff, can I jump
to the
down?
right, on my right side, is a series of new work by Winling Tang. So just now I've mentioned Winling's practice is based on her painting practice, and she pushes the boundaries of painting to discover space, light, and new dimension. And this new series of work, she fuses the analog with the digital, and is both a reflection and reinterpretation of her practice over her past decade. So this particular piece of work, she uses images of her physical paintings. There are 1,000 different paintings being fed into the style gown algorithm. And the images are from her past tangible artworks, and the shapes of the landscapes kind of shift
How do you hear
between
them?
virtually, and it is
I
between real
can't.
and surreal.
I mean, it's very soft lah.
Can you all hear
She's
me?
like in front of me. Can she hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Hilda.
Hello. Hi.
I can't hear you. How do I? Oh, mute. Can I make the sound?
Yeah. So can you hear me now? Yep. Yeah. So her works are a continuation of her submitted artwork just now, and then she wants to invite audience to meditate under the essence of light. So that's why the artwork is being placed in front of the sunlight. So a lot of the artworks you see the placement, we also work with the artists, the 3 different artists, and also Serial who built the space to come up with the best location to place this artwork. So the collaboration is between the artists and also with the curators and also with Serial. So let's move forward to Chen Wang-Kin's artwork. Rotate myself. So here. Okay, so right now I'm in front of Wang-Kin's artwork. So Wang-Kin has been keen on the metaphysical representation of the spatial data captured from his surroundings and daily routines in the present and the past. During the 1-month residency in the festival, he extended his ongoing series, Path Project, in which he continued the exploration of spatial elements and interpret concepts of the future through works that resemble space in science fiction and films. So the artwork I'm starting in front of me, you see colorful dots and lines joining together. It's a real-time luminous intensity readings collected by the artist. So he does a lot of walks. He would call it a personal walks into his surrounding neighborhoods. He started he started 6 years ago when he was still studying at Indiana. So he would do walks for many lights and recording readings of the walks. So we are moving to the next one. So the next one, you see the orange blobs moving around. How can I delete this?
I don't know. It's fine.
I'm just gonna...
It's fine,
So,
ignore it.
So is the landscape. He continued his ritualistic walk in familiar and unfamiliar environments. The artist portrayed the journey as an abstract alien landscape, and he animated movements beacon the viewers to take similar journeys and look at the surroundings in a different light. So that one you see right in front of me is a very special piece of artwork. It's a collaboration piece between the different artists who also joined the open call. So there are artists from all over the world, and he asked the participant to follow his instruction of his walks. So all the walks are, the data are captured from different participants, and then he make this make it into this new work. So the next one, the next one is also pretty similar process called City of Lights, where Wang-Kin, he did 48 loops over 9 nights and over 6 hours and 2 minutes 49 seconds, and the distance is 27 km. So Wang-Kin is very precise in collecting his data. So all these are a modification of and a different representation of data through his practice. And finally, I want to highlight this artwork, this very beautiful artwork, like a chandelier in the middle. It's a collaboration between Wang-Kin and Serial. right now you see it's a 3D model made and animated by Keen and then imported into Spatial. And then Serial would bake the light and shadow to it. So so you see that the light, of course, man-made is reflecting the light from outside. So I think it's a perfect place to place this artwork and also echoing our concept of meta moments. So from here, we can see this very beautiful sunset. So I would imagine all of you to go inside with me. So we are with the music, we want people to just pause and enjoy this beautiful sunlight and to think of a future and to meditate about our lives and what the potentials of the metaverse and how our future will be like. And one more thing, if we all stand where I am now, and then if we look towards the left.
What's the left? Okay.
You will see a piece of sculpture is actually Plato. So we are very happy that Serial helped us to put this in it. So it's like a 3D model of Plato that we wanted to show. So it also echoes the concept of our inspiration, Plato's cave. So it's a tribute to Plato. So if you have time to stay, you can all go in and see, look, and not only the interior of the cave. Serial also put a lot of attention on the exterior as well. So that's why, if you have time, please go to take a closer look. So Ivan, do you have anything?
Questions? Please feel free to ask. How many guesses do we have? Oh, I like it. Oh wait, do we need to do one like photo facing the sunlight? Are we going to do that? Okay. So if we all can face the sunlight and press number 2, right? Press 2, then we'll be waving to the sunlight, and then it'll be like a beautiful aerial drone shot. Is the camera ready? Camera's ready, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
So we can all keep pressing number 2.
I think some people still at the back at the first 2 galleries. Are we all here? Oh yeah, I see you.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Thank you. Do I have to clap again?
Oh, it's fine. I think you can begin your Q&A.
Great. So I think maybe Hilda and I will stay here for a while, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I mean, about the festival, exhibition, or the artworks. Just feel free to ask.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you, Instinc, for inviting us, and thank you, Serial, for making this amazing virtual art gallery space. I want to learn how to do Metaverse videography. Seems so much fun.
Oh boy. Actually, I have a question. Where's everyone?
Uh-huh.
Oh, where's everyone?
Where are you?
Hold on, let me.
Which one is? Oh, I can hear you.
I'm. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Let me position the camera so I can ask her.
Yes, I can answer this. So, well, Plato's cave is an analogy of human perception. So, the reason why we choose a cave is first, a cave is like we are all cavemen in the world of the metaverse. So, we are still in the dark in a way, not knowing exactly what will happen when the metaverse will become part of our lives. So, we are imagining we are like the cave painting during the ancient time we see. So a cave could preserve the artwork at the moment and the culture at the moment. So we are imagining next year from now, perhaps the technology has already evolved. So what we are seeing here could already be dated. So we are putting works that are made at the moment, that are from the moment, be at this cave at the moment. So that's why we are using cave. And cave is also another metaphor of the pandemic. So during the pandemic, we all have to stay, forced to stay in our own cave for quarantine. So after the pandemic, we all got out of the cave and then to be outside. And now being in the cave is to invite the audience back to the cave where the time where these artworks were made. So there are several meanings of the cave, and of course, yeah, the analogy of Plato's cave has been used over and over in a lot of pop cultures and films as well. So it's also a reference and tribute to it.
Honestly, I was not. I was not aware of the Plato's cave idea. Actually, Hilda kind of enlightened me. I came up with the cave concept purely because of during the pandemic we all have to stay inside. That's why our home becomes a cave. And also, this is the first time we do anything metaverse related. So to us, and we have this sense, we have this belief that the metaverse, although the concept itself is nothing new, but technology-wise, is possibly still very primitive, and we witnessed a lot of technical limitations recently. So I mean, to us, that maybe we were thinking maybe that could be like a cave, where the cavemen make the artworks, make the illustrations of animals and wild beasts. So that's why the cave idea came to conception. But then Hilda also enlightened me that there is this cave, what do you call it, allegory that has been existed for so long. I mean, 2,000 years, and I didn't know actually. And studying a little bit about that, and we think that idea also fits into the boundaries and the ambiguity between like reality and virtuality. Which one is real? Are we now in the reality, or the outside world is in reality? Because you know the story that I'm not going to go through the whole story of Plato's cave again, but we were just trying to play the virtuality and the reality and the ambiguity and the boundaries between the two worlds are getting more blurry and blurry, something like that. So, yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, and also I think because of now this metaverse, I'm not sure about this particular platform, but I mean it is technically feasible that this cave that we are in right now can exist forever, right, in theory. So imagine many years later, if this cave still exists, and the technologies that it used still preserved it for many years to come, and people from the future will witness all the kind of aesthetics that, I mean, people in 2022 appreciate. I mean, it'd be like a historical thing also.
I think we will need we no need to take that many years. It will be like a year or two from now, and we look back.
Yeah, constantly evolving already. Yeah.